Born Without Tear Ducts. That might have been Tori laughing. Because we're all trapped inside.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in to Plus Time, a live stream comedy show to get us all through this. They say comedy is just tragedy plus time. We're in the midst of a whole bunch of global tragedies all the time, always. But if we keep moving forward and we keep using whatever extra time we have to create things, we can all look back on this one day and laugh. That is, if the world continues to spin. Getting us started off right is my co-host of 64 episodes and my brother at 29 years, Drew Rogers, everybody. How's it going, Drew?
Hello. How you doing?
Oh, good. Good. As good as one can be. Unshowered and still wearing his PJs for his online talk show. Regular.
Yeah.
How about you?
I call it the Kevin Smith when you do it like that.
Is that right? Kevin Smith has just built a career out of being comfortable. He's I'm just going to be as comfortable as humanly possible and also stoned.
And it's like now that he's lost weight and he's still got the big ass jersey, it's like you just look comfy.
Yeah, right?
Comfy as hell.
Yeah, it's like at one point it was a necessity, and now it's just like, bro, you just upgraded. Now you're just comfy all the time, and you get to continue making sequels to movies that aren't nearly as good as the ones that they're sequelizing. I don't want to take down Kevin Smith. I like Kevin Smith.
I was going to say, he might be watching, Jameson.
He might. I hope he is, man. I tried to get him on the show one time. I think it was for our 37th episode. I was like, this would be appropriate. And so I tried to email him.
We'll get him.
What are you going to do?
One day.
Yeah, well, what else is a good number to have Kevin
Andy
Smith
Richter.
on? We'll get Andy Richter. No. We'll get Richard Karn. Why not? Because that guy, I got a bone to pick with that guy, too. Oh, yeah, Drew draws. That's a way to put it. Let's throw that up there real quick, Drew. What you got in your hand there? Yeah, that's right. This time.
The last page.
64. Oh, is it?
That notebook.
Oh,
yeah.
Friggin' milestone. That's awesome. And what episode did that notebook start at? Because we were just doing kind of loosely at first, right? The 26th.
That's when I finally started collecting them. So let's take a moment. I'll take a picture so it can be better viewed.
Yeah. Is Peebo? Is that the Peebo's first episode?
Yep.
Oh. Well, shout out Peebo, man. And Peebo's got some staying power. Everybody loves Peebo. Everybody knows Peebo.
Everybody loves Peebo.
Right? The thing that sets us... Oh, I have to hit the button. The thing that sets us apart from all the Jimmys and Jameses of late night and whatnot is, 1, we're on earlier. 2, neither of us currently have COVID, I think. And 3, Drew draws. And you won't see your Andy Richters or your Kevin Eubankses doing that anytime soon. I tell you that much right now. Okay? Drew will draw things, and he will participate in the conversation. And also, by the end of the show, he's got a whole tapestry of callbacks. Like we just showed you that one. Let me show you. Let's show last week here as an example. There we go. Right? You remember any of that?
Well, the one at the top is telling an old lady to move. I don't remember the story behind it, but I just like the lady's face.
I don't remember the specifics, but I'm pretty sure somebody hated old ladies. I don't know who to blame for that.
There's a specific story, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah. Well, if you want to know the whole story, go back and watch last week's episode. You can find it on YouTube or Facebook.
We have horrible memories.
We do because of. I couldn't decide where I was going to go with that. I was like, genetics? No, that's not it. It's definitely legal cannabis. I'm pretty sure is a big part of that. for the two of us. What is something we wanted to talk about? Oh, the Marvel one-shots are all on. This is, our nerd moment here. The Marvel one-shots are all finally on Disney Plus. And then, like, before the show started, I just went down and, like, sat there watching all of them. And it's awesome. Like, and then it gets really annoying because I'm like, oh, these are fun. And then, like, the nerd brain is like, yes, but this could not be canonical for the following reasons. Like, don't ruin this for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because comic books. That's always the reason.
Exactly. That's the catch-all. You just say because comics, and then it, kind of covers everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think,
Parker got a clone, and then he was like, "Am I the clone?" And then like,
and then no one knew anymore.
I'm gonna go away, and then it's like, "Oh, well, I'm definitely Peter Parker because comic books."
Yeah, and then there was more clones, and we still, and like they could rip the rug out from under us tomorrow and be like, "I've been Ben Reilly the whole time," and you'd be like, "Miles? What? This doesn't make any sense at all." But comics, man.
He had his own clone saga recently, and it was.
Did he really?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I gotta read that.
It's good.
Phew.
All right, comic books.
All right, comic books. What else did I draw right down here? Oh, The Year Without a Christmas is what I wrote down because 2021 was because we still have not had Christmas 2021 with our family because every time we move it, something happens to where we have to move it again. But fingers crossed, knock on wood, tie your shoes. Special. I don't know what else you need to do, but my point is, Friday we're finally going to do our Christmas, which I'm very excited about because I have like several presents downstairs wrapped and ready to go for everybody. And every time somebody comes to the house, I'm like, don't look at these. It's not time. It may have been a month ago for most people, but not for us. Right. Anyway, anything else we want to add right here? Or are we ready to take a break and get to our first guest, Drew? What do you think?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm not quite ready, so I'm going to vamp first. I'm just kidding here. Shout out to Illustrated Cereal mascot Ty Moore, real quick. But coming up first is this is a guy is a good friend of mine, another member of Actual Wolves, a very funny comic actor and sketch writer. Please put your hands for the one and only James Wagner, everybody. Hey.
There you go. Putting my hand together, my two hands.
Yeah, put your hands.
I'll even do this. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm drinking this holiday drink with a green straw and everything.
Right, you don't have like a Sprite cranberry.
No, I have cranberry ginger ale with whiskey. So
even better.
Close. I'm sure LeBron James would still approve.
Yeah, I think so. And I do everything I do is just to please LeBron James personally.
Mm-hmm. As a homegrown Ohio boy, every day I open my closet and there's a picture of LeBron James. And it's the picture from Dexter's Laboratory, and so I'm not worthy, or I failed you, whichever one it is. And then I go to Blaze Pizza.
I've never been there.
I've never been either.
There's one. They opened one at Ohio State my second year there, and it was really great because I was basically an owl, and I slept during the day and stayed up all night, and so I would at 1 a.m. go, I need to eat lunch, and Blaze would just be closing and I could walk to it. It was great for that reason and that reason alone.
Shortly after they opened that, I was a janitor at the Ohio Union, and I would get lunch from that strip every day, but I never went to Blaze Pizza. And I don't know why. I think it was just I just don't have I have no prior knowledge of what Blaze Pizza is. Is it customizable pizza?
Yeah.
Is that the whole deal?
It's Chipotle, but for pizza.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
So you step down the line and you go, I want that, I want that, I want extra beans, and then they look at you, but then they put it on because you're the customer. Or they have to go into their secret bean room in the back and get the pizza beans.
Get the right beans.
Pizza with beans.
Pizza beans. You love it.
I like the way my grandma
personally, Adam. Yeah. When I worked at the Union, I would have Jersey Mike's. Fucking constantly.
I worked at College's John Glenn, which is the hall that's right next to the Union. And every Friday, I would eat Jersey Mike's as my It's Friday meal. And my boss never really cared because I was like a student employee, and I didn't really have to like be on time and because it was an IT job. But then we got a new person who was in charge of the like the student workers, and I showed up like 10 minutes late. And he's like, "Where were you?" And I was like, I was getting a sandwich at Jersey Mike's. I shouldn't be late. You caught me.
Oh my God. If I had a nickel for every time I was late because I was eating Jersey Mike's, then maybe it would have been a raise upon what I was making at the Union.
You could probably have afforded another Jersey Mike.
I probably could have, yeah.
You could have had Jersey Michael's, the fancier sandwich shop.
Yeah, exactly. New Jersey Michael's. We don't cut any corners here, not even in our name.
The only things we cut are the bread, which is fresh.
And the meat. They cut their meat fresh.
That is true. They have that like meat cutter thing. I've thought about getting one of those because every once in a while a YouTube chef will like, oh, you can like cut your own meat or like make your own roast beef, and it always looks very tasty. And then every single time they do that, they go, I only warn you that this thing is a pain to clean. And I go, yep. Oh. I worked in a kitchen that had one of those. Yep, those things. The chefs would spend 25 minutes cleaning that thing.
Yeah, yep, terrible. Exactly. That's the worst.
It's like, in theory, it's great, but
I can't look at or even think of a meat slicer without thinking of there's a Seinfeld joke where like Elaine's like, oh, can you really go that thin? And Kramer's like, oh yeah, I've sliced meat so thin I couldn't even see it. And she goes, well then how do you know it cut it at all? And he goes, I guess I just assumed. I don't know why. That always sticks in my head every time I think of meat slicers, which is daily, as we all know. You know,
pretty common occurrence.
Comes up. Yeah.
Now that's genetic,
right? What's new with you, James? Did I already ask that?
No, not yet. I relatively have a new job. I've been working it for 3 months now, but I used to deliver pizza, but now I work in IT, and I got hired during the pandemic. So it's all remote. Like I've gone once for like 3 hours to get my equipment, and then never again. And they were like, oh, now that the like holidays are over, because that's our busy season, let's do our holiday party, much like your guys' Christmas. It was just like a month after when people would normally have it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so they're like, oh, we're going to Pins/16-bit, which is the like bowling, and it's also some arcade stuff. I was like, oh, everybody's just going to be by the arcade machines, great. And so I was like, okay, I'll go. I'll be social. I'm new to the company. I'll put myself out there. And so I get there all the way down in Easton, and I get to the arcade machines. I'm like, okay, I'm like an hour late, but people should be here by now. I'll just hang out, play Pac-Man, and then look up again, see if I see anybody. So I play a round of Pac-Man. I look up and I go, I don't really see anybody. And then it dawns on me, I've never met any of my coworkers.
Any of these people could be coworkers.
Any of them. And it's also filling fast. And also, this was the like weekend that like Omicron was just like flying through people. And I was like, I should not be here. Nobody should be here. I thought it was going to be empty because I forgot Fridays are weekends because it's like my Wednesday or whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be like good, and I'm going to stay for a little bit, see if I can find anybody. I'm just going to go hang out by the arcade machines because they're IT. They're just going to hang out by the arcade.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I go play a round of Galaga, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick around, see if I see anybody. And it's been a half an hour by this point, and I go, I don't know if I'm even going to recognize. Everybody has their mask on. I'm not going to see anybody. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to take a lap and leave. And then I go up the stairs, and there are just arcade machines everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I'm never going to find anybody. And as I was walking around, I was like, oh, that's right. It's not that just I don't recognize anybody. Nobody's met me. So they're not going to know what I look like. So they're not even going to be like, oh, hey, James, come on over. We're over here. We're getting a drink or whatever. They'll be like, who's this man who looks like a 5-year-old at a grocery store who lost his mom? Just wandering around looking at candy. He was like, oh, Big Dog's pretty fun. I remember that.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna be like, "Hey, I recognize this part of your face from your emails." That doesn't make any sense.
Because I don't even have my like face as my like Microsoft Teams. Like very few people even do.
Yeah.
So I left pretty quickly after that. And so then the funny thing is like the next day, that morning, I saw a picture of everybody like smiling, hanging out. I was like, oh well, at least they all found each other. And then like 4 days later, it was like, attention, high alert. 2 of the people in our party tested positive for COVID. Damn. If you were at the hangout, get yourself tested. I was like, oh, I'm glad I left.
My God, man. It just feels like never ending with this stuff.
No. I mean, well, that was the other thing was I was like, okay, when it was initially planned, I was like, oh yeah, we're getting over it. And then Omicron happened or is still kind of happening. And I was like, well, I mean, if it's like at a small bar or whatever, and there's not a whole lot of people there. But then, like I had said, Friday, I completely forgot people go out. Like that's a thing that just left my mind. And also, this place is huge. There were easily 200-300 people there. Ooh. I was like, beyond me, like not knowing anybody, I have to get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God. I picked up hosting an open mic a few months ago when things were kind of like looking up. It's like, okay, cool. Things are like, people are getting vaxxed. There's not like case numbers are going down quite a bit or whatever. And then once Omicron happened, it's just like, I've been so paranoid. I've just been like having people, hey, can you host? Like anytime I know somebody who's like tested positive, it's like, dude, I want to be safe. I want to do my part to not like spread it or whatever. But it's like, I feel like it's back in, like April of 2020 again. Yeah. It's just like, oh no, just locked all down again. So
we had a chance.
We had a chance. We did.
Just the human race.
Yeah, you messed it up, James.
Yeah,
I fucked it all up. Sorry, everybody.
In particular.
Whoops. Oh well, you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Cool. This is a game, of course, that we like to call. All right, of course, the way this game works is we're going to show you a character that Drew has drawn, and then we're going to ask you questions about it, try to flesh them out. Sound cool?
Yep.
Sorry, I was waiting for the response of our adoring Timies. Yes, they all think it's cool as well. All right, here's your guy right here. I'll get him out of your face, throw him down in the corner. And, it's fucked up of me to assume their gender. So, sorry about that. All right, what is this character's name?
Okay. There's an air of like regalness, I think. So he's definitely a like third or fourth. You know what? I think I mistook regalness for being part of the royalty. He is not in the royal family, but he is a servant in the royal family. So I don't think I don't want to put that into his name. So I think there's like, let's go with Rib Steinman.
Rib Steinman. Is it R-I-B?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Mick.
Yeah. Rib Steinman. I like it. What is his job?
So I guess as I alluded to, I guess he works in their like royal family. Wherever he's from. I'm looking closer at him. I think he plays the like trumpet for the king. Like when the king needs to make an entrance, he's there and he's tooting along whatever fanfare the king needs.
Yeah, I get that. He's the ba guy.
Yeah, and his teeth really help with the like ta.
Right.
Hitting
terrible embouchure, but he can really really articulate those notes. I like it. Where does he live?
So they live on a planet that exclusively eats corn. Which is why he has a lot of people have those big teeth, so they can just
like run through
like Donald Duck. In the cartoons where he just typewriters it and goes across. I think that's why he has a slight disadvantage. Maybe that's why he's small, is because they're uneven. So he wasn't able to get the full corn when he was young. So that's why he's a little bit smaller.
Yeah. How tall would you say he is, if you had to guess?
About 80 feet.
Yeah, that's small for like people on his planet.
But most people on his planet are about 90. They have a lower gravity, so they can grow larger.
Well, right.
That's how biology works. I don't know.
I feel like the planet's got to be really big too, right? Like, people are like on average 90 feet, unless there's like it's like a planet. Yeah, okay.
Everything scales except for basketball. Basketball is still 10 feet. It's mostly a toe game, where you pick up the ball is also the same size, so you pick it up like a marble with your toe, and you try to play.
I like it.
The 1v1 game.
Oh my god, I want to visit this planet just to watch this.
I wouldn't. It's a scary place for a person our size.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
You might get stepped on and put through a basketball hoop.
Yeah. Oh, I have this question loaded here, but like, does he eat corn? Is he still eating corn?
Yeah. You know? I mean, it's their primary sustenance. It's like how we would view wheat, I guess. It's a grain.
Yeah.
And they also eat wheat like we eat corn. So they take the little berries and go around. It's a lot less satisfying for them.
Yeah, I would imagine. Does he ever go outside of like the global diet? Like, I mean, you don't have to tell anyone there, but like, does he have cheat days or anything?
Well, it's tradition there. So one day every year, you eat the baby corn that you have in Chinese food. That's like a real special thing. But their baby corn is like 40 feet tall, so it's a completely different game.
How big is their regular corn?
It's about 50.
Okay, I can see. That makes sense.
It's like how like a quarter pounder patty is just a little bit smaller than like a Big Mac patty. It's like enough difference that you could tell if they put a quarter pounder patty on a Big Mac, but it's not quite that much of a difference.
I did not know that was different, and now I will be watching out for that. But I only ever order the quarter pounder anyway.
I mean, I'm usually I flop between. I'm a real flip flopper.
I think just like last time I had a Big Mac, I was like, not enough. Not good enough for me.
Yeah,
not enough to justify.
I think there is definitely a desire for that sandwich to be better, especially if that is their premium. This is the Big Mac. It's like a Dave's Double or the Whopper. It's I've had some big thumb down ones.
Oh yeah, but Dave's Double always reliable.
Always good. Always good.
What is Rib Steinman's dream?
Your dream. I think they wanna have a child. I feel like he's out dating now. Like he's looking, he's taking photos, he's putting out profile pictures.
He's out there. He's hungry like the wolf.
Yeah, he's hungry for some corn, but instead of corn, it's whoever he can partner with.
Yeah. Is it hard for him in the dating pool being 10,000 feet shorter than most of the people on his planet?
Well, he's not a full 10,000. It's only about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it was about 20 feet. Oh no, he's half. He's half the size because he was 40. Everybody else is about 80. No, he's 80. Everybody else is about 100. Sorry.
That's right. Okay, cool.
I read my outdated textbooks. Those haven't been updated since the third age, so they're real old. My parents' names are in them. But no, I would definitely find it hard. But there are others. He's not the only one with crooked teeth or had deformities with his teeth that led to malnutrition and thus his 20-foot side difference. The same ratio that baby corn is to regular corn. Just some quick maths. But no, I think dating is hard for him because he just spends so much time. The king loves to enter and exit. I think that's the biggest thing, is that he's so committed to his job, and that king loves just getting up and getting like a granola bar, and so he has to
every time with the
and then he comes back in and he's like, oh, I wanted to grab a Dr. Pepper, and he goes back to the kitchen and and so it's just like a lot of time, and it's also not knowing when he's going to be needed. He's like, okay, he's settling in to watch Doctor Strange. All right, I probably have about an hour and a half where I can miss it. Oh no, he's getting up.
Oh, nope, I gotta go.
He just adjusted
the light. No, just a sneeze. I can go back.
Yeah, I can go back. But he never quite knows. He's like, okay, he's taking a nap. Then he'll wake up. He's like, oh, do I need, It's
and you can't like call into work and be like, hey, does the king plan on going in and out of any rooms today? Because I kind of had plans. Like,
yeah, the king is in his hall of doors. You got to come down here.
Mm-hmm. So like when he does like have his children or whatever, if he finds the right other being to make the childs with, does he quit the job? Can he quit the job?
I mean, it's a good paying job. It's the classic balance of he doesn't have any free time, but he loves it and he's making good money. So I think maybe he goes on to like what a lot of people do after that is they go teach. You go to his band camp and he teaches you what you need to know. If you start with other lower royalties and maybe playing like a smaller trumpet. Also, the trumpet he plays is as big as him.
Ooh.
It's 80 feet. It's a big boy.
You'd think that would be pretty impressive to like potential suitors, right? Like, oh, look at this guy. Playing a trumpet the size of
the problem is that people can play the trombone, which if you think about scale, that trombone is about 160 feet. So there's some big tutors out there that can really toot the horn, but they don't play for the king. The trumpet's still a royal instrument. The trombone is still real sleazy.
And the tuba is for
and the tuba they do use for one is the mailmen.
Yeah. Is that right?
They took this last year very valuable, the equivalent of their last year very much to heart, and now they worship mailmen like royalty because they saw what an important
worship pizza folk now. Also, thank you for your service.
Then somebody will come out and play the tuba. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing. But once again, the mailman is like, oh, are they going up? Or they have to do it every time they open the mail door.
Yeah.
So they have to.
What are the trombone people about? Like, what are they doing?
They're just having a good time.
Oh, they're just like freelance trombone.
Yeah, it's just like jazz. They're just out there. Ska is really big, mostly because of 160 feet, but also in their culture, it's very big.
So, like, if you planned on living on this planet, you'd be like really, really in a good place if you were a 90-foot tromboner.
Absolutely. Because you would still be a little bit shorter, but you would still be able to hold your own out there in those jazzy streets.
Perfect. What does he sound like?
I mean, when you see the bug teeth, you immediately go to a nasally voice. I think he's got a real nasally voice.
I think so.
I mean, he's a band kid after all, so he's going to be a real nerd.
Touche. Right, Drew?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like my old band friends as I'm drawing instruments.
You think like nasally?
I broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. What? Okay. So nasally is that like, so if we're going like classic nerd voice, right? We go nasally. Can we choose lisp or something like that as well, or is it just nasal? And that's like
I think he has a really slight lisp, like not super obvious unless he says like R, like really really thick, like easy to confuse RW words. I think there's a little bit in there. But that's not the thing. That's not the characteristic you necessarily notice. One is he's short. He's much smaller. Also, his body is comparatively very small.
Is his head normal size?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, when you see somebody who's short, their head isn't also shorter most of the time.
That's a good. Let me see if I can attempt. The king is almost here.
That's pretty close.
No?
That's pretty good.
All right. I'm going to try it one more time. The king has arrived. Very slight lisp.
Yeah, there we go. That's like the center square in Hollywood Squares. That's the good vibe for him.
There it goes. All right, nailed it. And this is the final question, arguably the most important question, and that is, who is his favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan?
I want to. I feel like it's Ghostface Killah, but I think he wanted to be fans of Old Dirty Bastard, but his parents wouldn't allow it. Even though Wu-Tang is for the children, not Old Dirty Bastard.
Not in his house, huh?
No, not in his house. Everybody else's house, yes, but.
So he'd have to like sneak over to a neighbor's house to listen to ODB and stuff.
Yeah, but in the end, he gave him a real appreciation for the stuff without him, which nobody else does. ODB still tours up there, even though he's dead. His ghost still on the national tour.
It's like the Tupac ghost down here. It's just ODB ghost floating around. What is the name of his planet? Did we figure that out?
No, I don't think we ever did. It's Earth.
Oh.
20 million years in the future.
Oh.
This is what we evolved to. After Biden mandates everybody becomes a band kid. This is our evolution.
I love it.
Post band kid. That's the new normal.
Give it up for Rib Steinman, everybody. Put your hands for that guy. That's awesome. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our next guest. Please put your hands for James Wagner, everybody. Yeah. And this is the correct button to push. All right. Yeah. I forgot to take you away. I'll put you back later. So, okay. Coming up next is, I think this is like her 4th or 5th or 6th. I'm sure she's done just several episodes of the show. She's one of my favorites around here. Always very funny comic, just a fun person to be around and be on this show. Put your hands for the one and only Walter Joseph. Hey. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm chilling. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm looking at our comments for this show so far. Them are very interesting. Like, this just says Weedo from our brother Cameron. This says try harder. I don't remember what that was in reference to, but
yeah, I think he's just heckling.
And then, of course, I think a little bit. And then on YouTube, someone said vor go. So
we did it. We broke the YouTube comment barrier.
That's probably Rip Steinman. That
might be Rip Steinman. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't speak Earth 20 million years in the future speak, so that could be exactly what that is.
I was like, hey guys, or you guys are fucking this up. Or
hey, what is happening? That wasn't even the voice. What's going on? I am Rip Steinman.
Also, I wanted to say I had Blaze Pizza for the first and last time recently.
Really?
It tastes like pizza that was made out of a wet sock.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't like that.
I feel like that whole like Subway model of just build it now and it'll be fine is like just destined for shitty quality at a certain point, right?
To everything.
Yeah, right. Like, and I love how like when Chipotle it came out, everybody acted like Chipotle invented that customizability thing. It's like Subway was still around, like that was a thing, but people were like Chipotle, eh? Let's see what else we can make customizable. And then there's like Piata and Bibi Bop, and now Blaze Pizza.
And now
I say now like this brand new. Yeah.
I got it through delivery. Anyway. If I went in and saw what was happening, I probably wouldn't have gotten the pizza.
Yep. I believe it.
Delivery, so I didn't know what it arrived. I was like, okay, this is gross. Never doing that.
What is generally your like go-to pizza situation?
So I don't usually like pizza, but recently I went to Dewey's Pizza, and they had the prosciutto and fig jam pizza.
Oh, I heard that one's really good.
Insane.
I've
Fucking
not tried that,
blew my mind. Yeah. So I'm
sold on anything with prosciutto on it, but yeah, fig makes me go like, but I'll still try it. That sounds very good.
I mean, it was a very interesting combination. It was like,
yeah. Is there still like tomato sauce on it, or is that like that you do the figs in place?
The fig in place of the sauce.
Yeah.
That prosciutto and garlic and like other stuff. It was very good.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'll check that out one of these days. What's new in the world?
In Walter's world?
Yeah, what's new in Walter's world? You honestly, I keep looking at it. It looks like you're in my old house right now.
It does.
Doesn't it?
I'm actually in your current house right now.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't go in that corner very often, so I guess it makes sense that people could be there. Yeah. All right, well, welcome.
Yeah.
Get yourself a drink if you haven't already. We got plenty of stuff down there. Cranberry, ginger ale, and whiskey.
So I could sneak off and make myself a drink without you knowing I was in your house.
Oh, yeah. Here's permission. Go ahead. Just take as many drinks. You're welcome to anything in the fridge as well. There's not a whole lot, but we're gonna make carbonara tonight, so
nice.
Looking out.
Yeah.
Yep. We just got speaking of like cooking, so we were using this meal planning service for the past couple of years called Plate Joy, and we loved it because it was nice because you just like kind of hit a button and then it would just like tell you like these are the things you're gonna eat this week, and then it would just like give you a grocery list and you just go get it. It's like, okay, it's nice to not have to think about it, you know what I mean? But then like they updated the app and then like the app just became fucking unusable, like completely just like terrible across the board. Like they just like it's miraculous just how much they fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like this is not even an app anymore so we had to like cancel that and we found something else. It's like kind of the same thing, but it doesn't like spit out your menu for you. You have to kind of like build it. But cool. It's like already better because, if I'm building a menu of stuff I want, then it's like all stuff I want and there's no carrots in it, which is great.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I need something like that because I feel like I eat the same things over and over again. It's like rice, pasta, bread, sandwich, whatever. Yeah, that would be cool. Put it in the comments or something.
Oh, well, yeah. We're definitely, we've been singing. It's funny how quickly it changed because we were like, oh, Plate Joy. This is awesome. I love everything about this. 2 days later, it was like, fuck this. Fuck these people. We're going to write an angry email about it and we're going to find something else. And it's been good. I'm really happy that we made that decision, quite honestly. There was something specific I was going to ask you and then I forgot to write it down because that is who I am. Somebody who forgets to write things down. You've been it might come back to me. Have you been doing stand-up recently?
Yeah, I've been doing on and off. So I didn't really go out between Christmas and New Year's, like a week after New Year's, because of Omicron. And then also I had a cold, and like it took a long time to get over the cold because I hadn't had a cold in 2 years. So, so I stayed mostly at home. Yeah.
Yeah. And then especially like in the midst of Omicron, anytime you like got the sniffles or something, it's like, I'm just going to be careful and like not do shit.
Yeah. And I don't want a cold and COVID at the same time.
Right. Exactly.
Like my time is all fucked up because like during the pandemic, we're like working from home and like just staying at home and like, but then you have like markers of time, like Halloween or Thanksgiving, Christmas. But then like I missed Christmas because I was sick. I had a cold, and then I missed New Year's because of Omicron. I mean, I made the decision to not go out, but I feel like the regular time markers have like fucked my sense of time up even more.
Right? Oh my God! Yeah, that's a really good point.
I haven't experienced the both. Yeah.
Right. The more shit just kind of like passes by, the more it's like I really have no concept of when it is now. Like I know, like if I look now, it's like the 25th of January, but it still feels
that's
like
what the clock says.
Early December to me right now, like nothing, like because you're just not hitting any of those marks. Like, oh, I didn't do this. Usually that's like how the year is ending. It's like, oh yeah, and then I got really drunk with a bunch of friends at some weird place.
That's
that was the end of the year.
Yeah,
exactly. But instead, I got moderately drunk on a Zoom call with like 5 friends, which was fine too. Like not bad. certainly, but
that's nice too. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember if you were there or not, Walter, but like we had a New Year's 2020 party. Like I think you were there. I could be wrong.
Yes. And they kept counting down backwards or kept counting down over and over again. I got annoyed at one point. I'm like, you guys are fucking with me.
It was shout out to Travis Irvine and Luke Swisher who just kept counting down. Like
it was funny the first 8 times.
Oh yeah, and then after that, it was like, bro, come on, we are excited for New Year's. But little did we know, I think they were trying to help us. They were trying. 2020 was, so it just like snuck past us, and we'd be like, oh, this is no big deal. It might as well still be 2019, and then it would just none of this would have happened. None of it.
Let's count down right now. Maybe it'll.
Let's count down right now. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6,
5, 4, 3.
I think something's supposed to happen.
2, 1.
Happy New Year.
And then all of a sudden it's like 1987. Like, what happened? We fucked up. But also, like, we have time to stop this, right?
We're not even home yet.
I was gonna say the first thing I would do is stop my own birth. I'm just kidding.
Do this thing all over again. No, don't stop it. Just like now that you've seen what it's become, you can go back and like tweak some things.
I would just like show up at the hospital on the day of my own birth and just like hand my mom a yo-yo or something, like see if this kid likes it. One day.
Imposter.
He's really gonna want this for Christmas when he's 13. Just hold on to it for a little while. Oh, sorry, this is a weird riff. All right, we're gonna take another quick break, and we're gonna play a video. And when we come back, we're gonna play a game with everybody. Sound cool to you, Timies? Cool. I'm gonna hit a button as soon as I figure out which button I want to hit.
Got the button.
Oh, Drew went away. Sorry about that. That was a quick throwback. Oh, I hear my own voice.
I hear your voice too.
I hear
You hear my voice?
Whoa, that's weird. Let me see if I can take myself out.
It's our show now.
Is this better? No, it's not. Why is it doing that? It's so
going
weird.
back into. You're getting like the stream audio.
Why would that happen? Very strange. Hold on, let me try. Do this. Hello.
Oh,
I
think that's it.
Yeah.
No.
It's Walt's microphone, I believe. Were you wearing headphones before? Maybe.
No.
Let's see. Yeah, because I mute your mic and then it doesn't do it anymore. That's very strange.
Yeah. What about now? Is it good now?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Still going.
It's still echoing.
Pause for difficulties, she says. Yeah, still echoing a little bit.
I didn't change anything before.
I don't know. That's weird. I'm going to take everybody out and put everybody back in. Give me a second. All right, there was a couch, and we're here, and everything's fine, and then we're good. And then I hear me again. That's so weird.
Yeah. Does it sound good now?
No.
Do it again.
Still echoing? I
Yeah,
can
a
put
little
headphones.
bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
If you don't mind. Sorry about that. And that's so weird, though, too. I wasn't doing that at all before.
Yeah. All good.
Is that what my voice sounds like, you guys?
Hey.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know where Drew went. But I think we go forward and play a game. If you guys are ready to play this game.
Let's do it.
Cool. This is, of course, a game that we like to call All right, that's right. This is a game called Whose Neighborhood Is This? And the way this works is because Drew and I are both named Rogers, we every week have to compete for the right to wear sweaters like this one and put our name on legal documents. Drew had to drop out for a second here, but we can still all play the game. The way this is going to work is we're going to show a U.S. congressional district, and we all have to riff about what that congressional district looks like. And we will be judged by our special guest judge, the love of my life, Anna Kabakova. Hello, Anna.
Hello. Can you hear me?
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you just fine.
I am with you now.
Indeed. All right, you ready for this? Okay. First up, what does this congressional district look like? That, to me, looks like if Florida was a seahorse.
It looks like a piece of seaweed just given the smallest thumbs up.
I like that. Just a very encouraging piece of seaweed.
Yeah. It looks like a big carrot that was pulled out of the ground and got fucked up on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the ground.
Yeah,
the ground was full of lead or something. It was just
out of the rock.
Yeah. It grew deep in a cave where they store uranium to be put away forever.
Yeah. Cave carrots.
Cave carrots.
Do I judge now?
Oh, I mean, we'll show California's 4th Representative Tom McClintock. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I think It is 3 points for James, 2 points for Walter, and 1 point for you, because I will be giving out 3, 2, and 1 point values. Because I like all of these answers. Yeah,
I like that. Oh yeah, we always give our judge the power to create any system that they want, award points based on whatever they want. So I like that. That's good. So we got James in the lead for now. Let's see what this is. What does this congressional district look like?
This is a funky one.
Yeah,
it is.
That's fucked up. That's even real.
Yeah, unless this is like Maryland, this fucking sucks.
Let's see what it is. It's Illinois' first. Let's see where it is in Illinois too. This is a new feature that Anna came up with. Look at that. Yeah, that doesn't make any goddamn sense at all.
It's gerrymandering Chicago. That's what it's trying to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you zoom in, Bobby. It looks like it's trying to touch the lake, but it like barely doesn't.
Mm-hmm. And that leads me off to what it looks like. It looks like the creation of man, the painting, except instead of just man and God, it's man, God, and the Holy Spirit all trying to touch kind of in one.
I like that.
Connecting. You got to all three touch in order for this guy to get paid for painting the Sistine Chapel.
I like that. Oh man, what does this look like? This to me, and I feel bad because I brought his name up again last week too, but it looks like our 45th president getting his head unfolded. You know, it's like this is mouth, and then it just goes like up. And there's the back of his head, and goes up. That's the front of his head.
Like if he was the transformer, and inside of his head was a like plane, how it would fold out.
Right. By you, Walter, what do you think?
Yeah. So what I see, so you see like the bottom, so it's in 3 pieces. So the bottom is like, the Olympics 1, 2, 3, that platform, but it's on its side.
Oh yeah, like boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, just the bottom. And then the middle is a buffalo, like on its front legs, and the rest of its body's up. And then a horse is balancing on its back legs and also its body.
Oh man. That is very impressive.
That's the most impressive focus I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like that because that's like there it is. I like that because to me that implies that like they each have won some sort of Olympic medal, and this is their way of celebrating. They're probably in gymnastics or something, right? It's like buffalo and a horse. That's funny. All right, what do you think, Anna?
Well, first of all, you're mistaken. Their sport is clearly shot put. Second of all, it's really interesting. I don't know. I mean, Jameson, you probably haven't had this experience because I don't know how much you go back and watch the game that you have played. But sometimes it happens where somebody will say, oh, this looks like this. Like in Jameson's case, it looks like 45 unfolding. And I think to myself, oh, yeah, no, I totally see that. But then when you start describing it, it's totally not what I was thinking. Because I thought the top horse balancing thing was his hair. And I thought the middle part was his face. He's kind of looking upward. So we saw different things, but kind of the same thing. And I think that's a beautiful moment of the human experience. Yeah. And then, James, you will have to refresh my memory.
Oh, I was the creation of man, but it's
that's right.
Adam, God, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay. So that is 3 points to Walter for such a lively image, 2 points for Jameson, because somehow, we kind of mind melded, but not. And James, I do think this is a good, like a Holy Trinity centipede, but yeah, unfortunately, you will be taking bronze.
Right.
Look, I'm still on the podium with the buffalo and the horse. I'll take it.
There you go.
That's true.
We're all on the podium. We're all on the podium, except for Drew, because he's not even here.
Yeah, poor Drew. All right. What does this congressional district look like, you guys? This to me, yeah, go ahead.
So you know the lady from Monsters Inc., the old like snail lady,
Roz.
Yeah. So she's giving a kiss to a snail with a square head. They're just about to give each other
right
a little
here?
peck. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got a little Lego hat on.
I think this looks like Mandark to me from like Dexter's Laboratory, and this just looks like some sort of failed experiment of some kind. That's all I got for that one. What about you, Walter?
I also see like a kiss happening, but so it's like a cat and a human who bent over, and I don't know why it's weird. Their butt looks weird, but that's a human. It looks like it's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a human
yeah.
bent over to kiss their cat. Yeah.
They're being consumed by flames and also proclaiming their undying love for their cat at this moment.
By flames. Yeah, they're like, oh my god, I'm about to die. I love you. Bye. Yeah, they're like, oh my god, I'm about to die. I love you. Bye.
Has Drew rejoined us?
They're like, oh my god, I'm about to die. I love you. Bye.
Looks like there's a constant echo of just Walter saying the same thing. Looks like there's a constant echo.
Oh no!
Walter saying the same. This is chaos, you guys. Hey, Drew.
Hi. Did we figure out the info?
Do you want back in on this game?
I'm gonna be a yes. Let's do it.
I'll give you 0.5 of my points, so you're not starting from 0. I won't give you a whole point, because then I wouldn't be in the lead anymore. But I'll give you 0.5.
Right. I was gonna give you a point, but then Walter's not even giving up her lead. So good luck.
I will allow the transference of half a point. However, because I have only made this game play in full,
I'll write down 0.5 points.
I was gonna say we round up, and then Walter's back down to 4 for her generosity. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. All
and
right.
Drew is up 1, so it's anybody's game.
Perfect. All right.
And Drew hasn't told us.
Yeah, Drew, what do you think this congressional district looks like?
If you turn your head to the right, it looks like a face, but like with a really like gnarly nose.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then lips. And so I thought Ebenezer Scrooge, and either his hat is in his lap or he died from an erection from like
the way to go.
That was just
you can't think of a better way to go. Right?
He died doing what he loved.
For elephants, weirdly enough.
I love that it's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Humbug, I'm gonna take it.
I love that it's Ebenezer Scrooge too, because it's Christmas time.
Maybe his genitals are inside his hat. He's just like a discreet way of dying.
It's my dick in a hat. All right. This is Missouri's 5th Representative Emanuel Cleaver II. All right. Let's take a look at like where that is in the state too, because predictably, as always, gerrymandering looks like a crime because it is. Anyway, what do you think, Anna?
Oh man. Okay. So the reason why Drew will get 3 points is because he just not only drew a picture but advanced the plot of it. Not only have I recognized our character, but I also have concern for him. Every human story is about love or death, or love and death. In this case, it is both about love and death. So 3 points for Drew.
Nice.
And then who are the 2 people that said that somebody was kissing?
That was Walter and I.
Okay, then each of you get a point. Great. And then Jameson compared it to Dexter's Lab, and unfortunately, even though I watched Dexter's Lab, the image does not come to mind, so you do not get a point.
That is totally fair.
I am a mercurial judge.
I even said early on, I said, just so, like play to the judge. And I knew that you didn't know who Mandark was. All right. What does this congressional district look like, you guys?
That looks like something slowly fading from the Matrix.
Oh, I like that. Something slowly fading from the Matrix. This to me looks like, okay, so if you turn your head to the left, this is Johnny Five from Short Circuit, but he's on fire because he short-circuited.
I'm in a similar robot mood, and also if you turn your head to the left, you see it's a little robot character. It's Rob, the robot for the Super Nintendo that you could like play, and he's smoking a fat doobie.
Oh, that's what that is. I like that.
He's feeding his hand. He's taking a puff, and it's been a day.
Yeah, clearly. Boy, howdy. What year is it for this robot? Is it any of them? Because they all suck. Anyway.
2019.
Anybody else?
Before all this shit happened. Yeah. It looks like an alphabet from two different languages just want to be friends. They're like trying to hold each other.
Oh, it's a lovely. It's a bromance between two different alphabets. I love that.
Yeah, but they're like, we're different. We'll never be together. They're like, no, just hold my hand.
So that gets 3 points. Walter gets 3 points
for Walter.
And 2 points for Drew because again he carried me through the story. And 1 point each for Jameson and James because you again.
Robots.
No, you just invoked characters that don't easily come to mind.
Well, yeah, but James made his up. I was trying to invoke a character, and he was like, "This is our robot," and you couldn't even accept that.
Yours is so obscure, and
I gave James a point.
Yours is so obscure, and his is so convincing that I could tell not of like which was real and which wasn't. I just couldn't discern that, so that's why.
You want me to take his point away?
Oh yeah. Sorry, James.
Oh, sorry, James.
It's there.
Hey,
I'd rather the judge be fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Especially in Tim Ryan's district.
Exactly.
Like an absolutely fair district.
Tim Ryan, hopefully our next senator, if possible, maybe.
Hope.
I don't know.
All right, what does this congressional district look like, you guys?
I think it looks like an Easter Island head, but it's screaming.
Easter Island head screaming. I like that. This to me looks like an alternate universe where this arcade game has just gone to Pin to play James.
James is like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah. I don't know who it is either, but like that's kind of par for course.
Right, yeah. All right, what else, you guys?
Looks like Bart Simpson to me.
It does look like Bart Simpson. Yeah.
Like if Bart Simpson was in an Atari game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and got a haircut.
Yeah. Finally got some respect. Thank you.
I can't stop saying Bart Simpson now. Like that's like all.
So I'm going to think about the negative image. So the white is the like white space of the image, and it kind of looks like a real fancy toilet.
Right?
Like this is the toilet of somebody in the Gilded Age.
Right.
Like a real 1990s oil tycoon toilet.
At one point in time, we had a a toilet guillotine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, within this. I'm curious which one.
Yeah, if you find it, we'll throw it out there. But
right, okay. Bonus question. Oh, go ahead.
Look at that. Washington's 5th Representative Kathy Rogers, which is our mom's name. She doesn't spell it like an asshole, though. She knows how to spell her fucking name. I'm so sorry. That was like really intense. Oh my God. I hate people who spell our name wrong. There's a country musician named Jameson Rogers with a D now, and like I think I hate him more for that than fucking up my Google algorithm. Right.
The guy
What do you
named
think,
Jameson, but he spells it with an I instead of an E.
No, bastard.
So many people in my life, whenever they've texted with me about Jameson, have also spelled it with an I, and I just think like Jamison, but that's not it. So in turn, I will ask each of you questions about your answer.
Yeah.
All right, in reverse order. James, you said that it was a toilet in the negative image. As you can see on the underside of the bowl, there is something that looks like a double nubbed protrusion. What does that do?
That's one of those buttons. You know how you can press like the 1 or 2 button for pee or poo? It's that. You can give it a little tap for pee or poo, and it'll adjust the water accordingly. Again, this is a very fancy 1890s toilet.
Okay.
Also, FYI, the name of my band is Double Nub Protrusion.
Oh, what kind of music do you play?
Nothing but Limp Bizkit.
It's appropriate for toilet music.
Right.
All right. Walter, tell me what happened to Bart's dreams.
They got cut off his head.
I get that. Bart Simpson was housing all of his dreams in his gorgeous locks.
Yeah.
That's where you store your power. It's
right.
Okay. Jameson, in alternate universe where Arcade Game shows up to play James, at which point in the story does Arcade Game realize it doesn't recognize any of its Arcade Game coworkers?
Right about the time that it hits the high score on Steven.
What does that look like?
Just a guy with a mustache going like.
And Drew, what is this Easter Island head yelling about?
He's having an existential crisis.
About?
It's like sad screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you just have to get all of the energy out. I drew him with a tear coming out down his face.
No. Okay. Can't wait to see that. These are very good answers.
What do you think?
I think 3 for Jameson, because not only was it a very apt callback, but it was a very skillful furthering of the joke.
Thank you.
I think that Drew and Walter each get 1 point, because I do see how each of theirs calls out like an existential crisis that one might be having if one were a Bart Simpson or Easter Island head or human on this planet. So great, relatable. And then 2 to James. I do like that you saw it in a different way, in the negative way, and that I think it's an easy answer to say that it's a toilet. I think it's a more robust answer to really explain its features and context. So 2 points for James for that.
Right.
Yep.
I believe that's the last one. Yeah, so that makes Walter our winner. I gotta take the sweater off.
Hey.
Better not.
Walter, you're gonna be so warm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations, Walter.
Thank you. I do need some new sweaters.
Good. Yeah, you can have all mine for a week at least. How to steal an election. This is our PSA against gerrymandering. Don't fucking do it, people who are in charge of gerrymandering. But that's it for that game. Please like Squeeze Cats on Facebook, and of course, we're glad you're here. That's almost it for us, guys. Drew, you said you got your draw.
Yeah, I should take a picture.
You already sent it to me. I'm just. Yeah. All right. Well, first of all, go ahead and put your hands for our guest judge, Anna Kabakova, who is also the producer of the show, who creates our Who's Neighborhood games every week. So put your hands for her. Put your hands for James Wagner over there. First time guest, not the last time. I'm going to have you on again, my friend. Give it up for, put your hands for 4, 5, 6, 7 time guest, Walter Yosef down there. Give it up for Drew Rogers, of course. Give it up for me and Jameson Rogers. And put your hands for our other producer and our brother, Cameron Rogers. As soon as I get this picture. Hold on, it's going slowly.
Here's
Where'd
a
you send
question.
it, Drew?
Walter, I know that you watch from home sometimes. When he says put your hands, do you actually put your hands sometimes?
What show?
Like when you're watching this on times that you're not on it.
Oh. Yeah, I do actually. And like I make sound and I clap and like I'm at an actual show. Like woo! By myself in my bedroom.
That's awesome.
I imagine everyone else is doing that too. All of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that too.
Here's that.
Put your hands. Cool. I think this is my first time on the show.
Finger.
Oh wow.
No, you have filled in before, I believe. But...
Oh yes.
I feel like I've seen you on the show before. Maybe like a couple times. Early on.
You were on the 420 episode too.
Oh yeah.
When
I lost my shit. Guys, it's really surprising how little I was able to do this show when I smoked a little bit of weed. Look out for you can go back and find the 420 episode from 2021. It's kind of ridiculous. I just become a complete like vacuum cleaner. I'm just like, absolutely. But let's take a look at Drew's tapestry here, Drew. What do we got here?
Bean pizza.
We got the bean pizza.
Carried away with the band.
I love it.
So everything from the Whose Neighborhood is just real tiny. I don't remember what was going on with the plate thing, but it just kept growing and kept getting worse. Next to the trumpet player is James hiding behind arcade games while the band plays, and then below that a coronavirus is playing a game, and next to that is Bean Pizza, and that this notebook.
That's awesome, man. Well, that's a wrap on our notebook.
Give it up for Notebook.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, Notebook, everybody. That's great. We'll go ahead and do. Sorry, I'm pausing a little bit. Oh, what? Yeah, that's the end of that notebook. So plugs coming up. We have Walta. You can see Walta Friday at the Midwestern Comedy Tour at Brewdog Franklinton at 7 p.m. It's a new weekly comedy showcase by Becky Sellen and Austin Robertson. So please show up for that. That should be a really good time. Those people know how to make shows good. So, nice. That's going to be a good time. And of course, Walta is always funny. Who else is on that show, Walta? Do you know?
Amanda Ramirez.
Lovely. One of our favorite guests
Stephen
here.
Herchek.
Yeah, that guy's really funny.
There's like 3 other people. I don't remember. But it's a good lineup. Even though I don't remember their names. Trust me, it's a good lineup. You guys should come out this Friday.
I believe it. I'm excited about it. And of course, if you are feeling up to it and you feel like being out on a Wednesday, go to Fours for the Wednesday Comedy Open Mic. Sign up at 8:30. Shows at 9:30. Other than that, James, anything to plug?
Just your outlets when you need power.
Yeah, use your outlets when you need power. All right. Thanks a lot for everything, Timies and guests alike. We'll see you around next week.
This is Mixlot Production.